Hi everybody, it's Shannon Rollins and this is Finding Your Glow again. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is part 3 of our Vision and Infrastructure series. This one we're calling Overcoming the Fear of Competition. If you've been tuning in, I hope you've been getting chock full of all the good stuff that we've been sharing with the Finding Your Match, with the Loner Team of One. And I hope it's really been stirring some stuff up on the inside of you that's got you thinking, got your gears moving, and really causing you to make some changes and some differences in the way that you've been doing things, both in your businesses or in your relationships, wherever you find yourself pairing up and teaming up. I hope that these last couple of videos have enabled you to start pushing some stuff out that's not conducive to your growth. If it's your first time visiting us, I want to welcome you. This is Finding Your Glow, like you heard, and I am Shannon Rollins. I am a spiritual life strategist, which means that I help you tap into your most powerful asset, often overlooked asset, which is your spirit, to start creating an extraordinary supernatural life, to experience the supernatural in your everyday experiences. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to jump right into this. This again is called Overcoming the Fear of Competition. So we've been talking about being a visionary versus being a builder, and whether or not you are actually a visionary or if you're a builder, whichever one that you are, that you need the other to complement you. We've also been talking about why it's a bad idea to subscribe to the team of one mentality. And now we're talking about how you actually start to integrate and implement people into your structure so that it begins to grow and thrive and you actually have something that can sustain itself and can live on its own without you tending to it at every moment. Now, I want to say one thing about all these topics, these subtopics that we're talking about. You know, I'm really talking on a principle basis, and I know I'm flip-flopping back and forth between business and relationships, and you're probably wondering, how does this all fit? This isn't the same thing at all. Relationships and businesses are not the same thing at all. Yes, they are. They are at their core, because what they contain in all of them are people. And people don't change from one scenario to the next. They carry themselves over. You see it bleed over from work to home life to work life. And what we're endeavoring to do now is not so much address every single question that could possibly come up, but what we're trying to do is establish some principles that you can use, that wherever the principles apply, that you'll be able to apply them and find success in them. So I really want you to listen to these things, listen to these videos from that perspective, because otherwise you'll miss it. And you'll say to yourself, this has nothing to do with me. It has no real bearing or relevancy on me. And that is not true. If you can hear the core of it, it will satisfy what it's supposed to satisfy in your life, and you will find yourself growing by leaps and bounds. All right? So, overcoming the fear of competition. Everyone is afraid of competition on one level or another. Even people who say, I'm not afraid of competition, at their core, they are afraid of competition. But the thing we have to know about competition is that competition is not a bad thing. The best environments that I've ever been in have been those that have fostered healthy competition. What is healthy competition versus unhealthy competition? Healthy competition is competition that causes you to want to rise to the occasion. It causes you to want to grow. It causes you to want to get better. It causes you to want to exceed the people that are ahead of you. Not in I'm going to tear you down and cause you to be vanquished kind of way, but in that way that says, you know, I admire what I'm seeing in you and I want that for myself. And if I have to move you out of the way to get it, then I will, in a nice way. Unhealthy competition are those environments that say, you know what, there's a good and a bad person. There is a top and a bottom person. There's no way that you can actually succeed or you can excel or you can get beyond where you are. And there's always going to be a bottom position for you or a bottom position for somebody. And that is an unhealthy competitive environment that does not lend itself to creating or fostering a cooperative spirit or an environment where people actually want to try. They'll just feel defeated. And so how you overcome the competition, the fear of competition in a healthy environment is what we want to talk about today. The way you overcome the fear of healthy competition and a healthy competitive environment is that you don't get psyched out. The thing that you have to know is that what you have on the inside of you, even if it's not in its full mature form, it is enough for what you have to do and the task that is at hand. You oftentimes are only limited by those things that you have not tapped into yet. And if you will not be afraid to push the extra mile, to go the extra distance, then you'll find yourself being able to tap into resources that you did not know that you have. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get into a competitive environment and throw your hands up and throw in the towel and say, this is just too hard for me. It's too hard for you only if you're unwilling to try. But if you're willing to try, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to find the resources, if you're willing to go the extra mile, you will find yourself thriving in an area that you previously thought you were excluded from. And what I want to encourage you to do is I want to encourage you to look at every scenario, look at every environment for the potential that it has to cause you to grow and to cause you to become another person. Because that's what this whole thing is about. It's about transforming into that higher person, that higher self, that higher version of yourself that you've not yet seen, but you know on the inside exists, and exists in a big, big way. And tapping into that person by way and use of your spirit so that you can find yourself exceeding and excelling in environments that previously were cut off from you. I want you to really, really, really take a look at how you've responded in environments in the past. Have you done your best? Have you pushed yourself? Have you wanted to try harder and push harder? Or have you just thrown in the towel? Because I tell you this, you've heard this whole adage, heaven helps those who help themselves. I don't believe that. I believe that heaven helps everybody. If you will endeavor to push and push and push and do your very best, you will find the resources and the assets from on high, from heaven, at work in your life. This is Shannon Rollins. It's been Finding Your Glow. I hope you've gotten a lot out of that. Once again, follow me on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, do all that good stuff. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing night. Don't get psyched out. Don't get punked out. But above all, get out there and find your glow.